Good morning, Coffee and Sports. We're picking up at the start of the second quarter in Midfield football by Clark and Addison Game Company. I did a couple of playtest runs yesterday with the raw rules and liked it so well that I created a league and had the game charts made on synthetic paper. So this is washable, tear-proof paper, pretty sweet. So you can wipe it off with antibacterial. You can wash it. It's stain resistant. Why? Because it'll be on my table a lot. It is elegant. So, for those who don't know, again, my league files were provided as a free download for those who want to follow along or at least see how I set up my league. I am playing possessions. Again, everybody out there who knows me is a subscriber should know I don't use ticks. I don't use a clock. I use possessions. I do this for every game. All of my game creations use possessions, unless you're playing field general football, flash football, that uses the deck of cards itself as the timer. I am a possessions-based guy. I like to fly through games, but I'm using 18 possessions, so 9 in the first half, 9 in the second half. First half, San Diego took the opening kickoff on a touchback, drove down the field, and Briley found the halfback Sensor on a screen pass, a 9-yard pass, caught it at the 1, and then broke a tackle and punched into the end zone to make it 7-0 San Diego Californians. Calgary then forced a punt. Calgary's defense holds, forces San Diego to punt, and on the final possession of the first quarter, Patterson drives Calgary on a short field after a series of punts, drives down the field, 8-yard pass to the tight end Hutchinson. PAT's good, and folks, the first quarter comes to an end in the NAPF Kickoff Spectacular. Calgary 7, San Diego 7. San Diego's about to receive the first kickoff of the second quarter. I've said it briefly in my introduction of my league. I haven't reviewed this game yet, of course, because I just got it, but it is incredibly elegant. So this is my play call. This would be runner pass. It also indicates which player is involved. So it's a simple roll to see if it's a runner or pass and who's involved. This is the offensive roll for the offensive charts. This is if the defense is within range to cause effect. Okay, so for the kickoff, of course, I only need to roll the kickoff die and the kick return die. So 55 on the kickoff is going to be a touchback, and this kicker is a +2, so that's a 66, and it's a touchback. So he booms it through, and San Diego will get it at the 30. Remember, I'm using my own league rules, so touchbacks are at the 30 for kickoffs. Because the touchback numbers are so high, it should benefit the offense. If not, it's kind of, So, plus I want my league to feel like a genuine, new league. Everything you need to play the game is on the charts. I did them front and back to conserve space. Again, if you look at my teams, again, I put out a free file so you can see these teams. So run pass for this coach is 51%. So if this comes up 1 to 51, that's going to indicate who they're throwing to. If it's over 51, it's who's running the ball. So it's a simple run pass roll based on the team's coaching ability. The defense may or may not affect a play on the dice, right? All right, so as I said before, Californian 7. The Calgary Paints are 7. And the Paints are that's slang for cutting horses. For those who don't know what a paint is. All right, here we go. 71. So I look over here, San Diego 71. It's a handoff to Nate Sensor. 15. Nate Sensor's going to get the carry for nothing. The defense is within 2, but this defense is not good enough, so we ignore it. It's going to be a run for nothing, second down. So Nate Sensor, who scored on a screen pass, gets nothing. So I ignore. So those who don't know, it'll tell you who's getting the carry. Well, not everywhere, but it'll say halfback, quarterback, short, tight end. I ignore who it says, and I use my players, right? So I just ignore that it's a wide receiver screen. I'm just looking at yardage, and we'll see who's catching the ball, right? Second down. All right, 83, it's going to be another run. So it's a handoff to Ben Raymond. That's the halfback in the two-pack set. So we got halfback, fullback, running back. Running back would be the key back for like short, he would be that main bell cow. However, Ben Raymond is the halfback in a, as your third down back. Maybe, it depends on how he comes up. But Raymond here is a halfback. He is the second running back. He's going to get the carry for 25. 25 for him is going to be a breakaway chance. So and 66 for the defense, no effect. So 2 yards. So he gets 2. However, he's hit right there and might spin away. Raymond might spin away for extra yards. 66, 50 yards. Raymond is hit in the backfield, bounces off a tackler, and goes 50 yards. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Brilliant run by Ben Raymond, the rookie for the San Diego Californians. Rips off a 52-yard run. But that's a broken tackle play, baby. That's beautiful, beautiful. And the crowd here in San Diego on their feet. They are proud to have pro football back in San Diego, as they, I think, should never have left Southern California. The Chargers, that is. Here we go. 72. It's another run. This one a handoff to their main back, Nate Sensor. He's at his peak in his career. He's a peak back, and he gets the carry. 45. That carry is going to be for slant. Excuse me. I saw slant. Was thought a pass. I was thinking pass play. Slant for 10 yards. The defense is not within range. It's a touchdown? No. 10 yards. First and goal at the 8. As Nate Sensor trying to get his second touchdown in the year. This is the first game ever of my North American Pro Football League. San Diego at home. It's going to be a pass. Jacob Riley drops back 15. He's passing to Ben Raymond out of the backfield. 36 is going to be incomplete. The defense rolls a 35. Their pass defense is within 1. Tipped ball, picked off. 10 yards back. Intercepted. And again, how I do my players is during a game, I work down the chart during the game. So the first big sack goes to him, second, right? And then next week, I start over at the top. This guarantees that Roberts will have more chances at sacks because he led the team. Hardesty gets the interception. So my strong side cornerback, Hardesty, picks it off, -10, and we're going to get a return. Hardesty with an interception of Riley. You got to be kidding me. So Riley intercepted by Hardesty. What a play. Hardesty with an interception return. Actually, that might count the interception return. It does. Sorry. So there we go. Hardesty returns it back. So he might have picked that off at the 2 or in the end zone. Who the hell knows? And gets a 10-yard return out of it. Holy cow. The San Diego fans stunned as Jacob Riley, the veteran quarterback who's thrown a touchdown today, throws his first interception of the season to the strong cornerback of the Calgary Paints. Calgary goes to work. Calgary is going to be a pass. So Greg Patterson, the veteran quarterback, drops back to pass, pats the ball, fires, incomplete. Defense nowhere to be found. Second down. Well, it was to be found. It just doesn't affect play. Okay, it's going to be a 59. That's a run. So it's going to be a second down and long run. Marcus Fields, their veteran running back, gets the carry. The carry is 34. That's a good call here. Off tackle with a breakaway chance. He's going to pick up 4 folks with a chance at a breakaway. And what does he do? Is he gets 4. He stiff arms a defender. 55 is 35 yards. 10, 20, 30. First down, 39-yard run for Marcus Fields, the top running back of the Calgary Paints. And he redeems the team there with another beautiful run as Californians had a 52-yard run on their drive. Okay, it's going to be a pass. 35. Patterson drops back, pats the ball, looking for Merle Hutchinson, who caught a touchdown today. 14. It's going to be a catch on a short pass for 7. Defense nowhere to be seen as far as affecting the play. And it is a 7-yard strike down to the 35. Second down and 3. Beautiful. Now here, again, I won't use short yardage effects, etc. I just let them call their play. It's going to be 47. This is going to be a pass to the slot receiver, Corey Burns, a veteran. He's going to make this catch, folks, for 12. And that's going to be a screen breakaway chance, 5 yards. However, the defense rolls 11. That is going to be, on either side of that, is going to be incomplete, batted away, third down. He had a chance to catch and run, popped at the point of contact, ball falls harmlessly to the turf, and the Calgary Paints on 3rd and short I'm gonna roll to find out what they do. I'm not gonna modify their play call. Let them call their own plays. It's gonna be a pass. Same thing, almost the same thing. They're looking for the slot receiver, so they're staying in a pass set. Corey Burns is gonna be the target. 23. 23 is a play action pass for 10 yards, and the defense not going to affect this 10-yard play, first down, as the veteran quarterback on a quick drop fires a slant to the slot receiver, maybe a drag route to the slot receiver. First down. Calgary's driving, folks. 43, it's a drop back pass for James Wright. That's the flanker receiver, the number 2 receiver. 15, it's going to be a catch for 8 with a chance to run. The defense could make a play if they were better, but they're not. So the defense is shut out on that. And 11, 45, touchdown. Holy cow, Patterson throws his second TD. Patterson, it was a catch and run because of the rack. So that would be a play where you want to make sure you don't count it as out of the end zone as long as he catches it in play. Because the rack would not obviously matter if you caught it in the end zone. But anyway, it doesn't matter there. It's a 25-yard pass. Patterson, second touchdown of the day for him. Pass at 25 for Calgary. And that was James Wright. Now, this place kicker is a -2, so that could hurt him on PATs, etc. And, oh my God, it does, folks. 11, miss a snake eyes. He's going to miss the PAT. No good. Remember, I rate my PATs and my punters with +1, +0, +2, or -2. That just shifts the die roll up or down. So the Calgary Paints take the lead on a interception. Patterson drives him down the field with a big breakaway run, a couple of passes, and he throws a touchdown pass. That's a catch and run by Wright. But the PAT is missed, and there you have it, folks. Let's get the kickoff. And, folks, it is 13-7, visiting Calgary. Kickoff is 13. Remember, -2 for the kicker. So -2, 13, it's 11. It's a 65-yard kick to the goal line. He cannot return it for a touchdown, but 16 on kick return. He's going to go 20 yards, and they're out to the 20. So it really hurt him. That's why you want to... So the kicker can hurt you on the kicks, but help you on the kickoffs. Right? So a -2 is a good kickoff kicker, but not a great field goal or place kicker. So that -2 is not always bad, right? Because you want to force him into play because the touchback is at the 30. So he's actually a weapon for kickoffs, if that makes sense. Right? All right, San Diego, second possession of them. Riley threw an interception on the first drive of the second quarter. Here we go. It's going to be a run. So they're going to hand it off to their Ben Raymond. That is their halfback. Hand off to Raymond for 26. 26 for Raymond. It's going to be a run for 3 yards. And the defense, 24, has no effect because there is 0 run. So he's going to rumble for 3 yards. 1, 2, 3. Second down and 7. Very nice for Ben Raymond. Okay, we're going to have another carry, 92. This is the fullback, Doug Tomlin. He's a rookie. He gets the carry of 16. It's going to be a nice run for 1. Defense, 26, no effect, 1 yard. Third down. We're going to have to pass, so I will leave this. I will have to accept what's on the charts. We are going to pass. I'm not going to roll because I don't want to end up in the run category. So I'm just going to pass and accept what it tells me here, right? So on third and long, we're going to pass. I'm not going to pretend that we wouldn't pass here. 56 is going to be a defensive penalty. The defense doesn't play a role here, and it's a penalty on the defense. 66, oh my God, on a pass play is line of scrimmage plus 15, so they're going to get to the line of scrimmage, and it's an add-on. 10, 15, up to the 45, first down. Beautiful play. So it was a catch for the first down, and then a 15-yard face mask penalty. Beautiful play there. And that catch, by the way, doesn't say, so I could just roll and see, but I'm not going to. All right, San Diego gets the first down on a face mask. Okay, 88 is going to be a run. It's going to be a run for Doug Tomlin, the rookie fullback. It's the carry, 14. He's going to run with a -1 with a breakaway chance, and he will get it as a defense. He stiff arms the linebacker. Will he get away? 22. Yes, he will. 40 yards. 10, 20, 30, 40. First down. As the Doug Tomlin, this team has had 92 yards in 2 runs. They ran well in the first quarter, but not big gains like that. So they've had 2 runs of over 40 yards. in this quarter alone. Beautiful play for Doug Tomlin. -1 and then goes 40. So technically they're at the 16. So a 39-yard run. So he stiff-armed out of a tackle for loss and got free. Unbelievable. San Diego Californians threatening. It's going to be 82. It's a handoff, this time to Ben Raymond, the halfback, on a pitch out for 13. That's going to be a draw for -2. He's hammered in the backfield. Defense has no effect. 1-2. He loses 2 to Ben Franklin. And again, that is my second tackle for loss for Calgary, so that would be Billups. If I was tracking these, I would then go to the second tackle for loss guy, Billups, and then Cole, and then we'd start back at the beginning. So that's how I can track sacks, tackle for losses, interceptions. All right, 2nd down and 13. 2nd and long, we are going to roll the dice. And it's going to be another run. It's a handoff to the fullback. So it's a draw play to Doug Tomlin. We already know Tomlin's able to break away, so that's not a bad run. Not a bad choice. It's a dive for breakaway chance. He's going to get 2. Defense has no effect. 1-2, so he gets 2. Could take it to the house. 56. He's going to go nowhere. No extra yardage. It's 3rd down as Doug Tomlin grinds out 2 yards, tries to stiff arm away from Billups, the middle linebacker. Not this time. Billups drags him down on a quick hit. 3rd and 10. We're going to leave the dice out of the play, and we're going to call a pass play. 45. It's going to be a pass. A play action pass to the wide receiver. That's going to be Paul King, the rookie wide receiver. Paul King. He's in the slot. 16 yards. Defense does not come within range. 16 yards is going to put him at the touchdown. Riley on the button. Riley, 16-yard pass to wide receiver King in the slot. So they were in a 3-receiver set on 3rd and long. Makes complete sense. Their place kicker is a +2. So he could miss. He won't miss this, I don't think. 14. So 12 +2 is good. And folks, San Diego back on top, 14-13, thanks to a missed extra point by Calgary. Kickoff, 35. It's just so elegant. The kickoff is touchback, so they're going to get the ball to the 30. And he does have a kick return chance, Corey Burns, so that's good to kick it through the end zone. Make sure he can't get that chance. All right, here we go. So we've had 2 tackles for loss here for the Calgary Paints. Hardesty's had an interception. We have had no highlights on the defensive side for San Diego. Well, except for the interception. No, we've had no highlights on this side. So Californians defense, they're a 1-0-0. Makes sense. Over here we've had 2-0-0. So the first number is pass defense, second number is run defense, third number is red zone. Right. So, all right, here we go. What will the Calgary Paints do? They're down by 1 point. Final drive of the second quarter for them. It's going to be a run to the fullback, Michael Lesh, for 12. 12 is going to be a run for 3 yards. The defense, 14. The defense is 0. It has to be spot on, equal. It's not. 3 yards on a slant run. 1, 2, 3. Well, I haven't heard the term slant run since high school. That's pretty cool. I don't know. Brian must have played for the same kind of coach that I played for back in the day with slant runs. Here we go. We ran a veer. That's how old I am. We ran a veer offense, 3-back veer. And we passed the ball like 4 times a game. 21. It's going to be a pass. So Calgary Paints dropping back to pass. We look at 21. That's going to be their split in. Veteran Winston Jones on the catch here for 26. 26 is a catch for 15 yards. The defense is 24, but they're a 1. They're not within 1. So it's a straight up 15-yard catch, first down. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Outstanding. Midfield football is elegant and smooth as heck. If you want to see offense with a bigger role, you could customize. You could have a pass chart like this and give players bonuses, plus or negative. That's how you could add offense to this. Let's say Riley's a good quarterback. He might be a -1 or a -2 to the dice. I would never go more than 2 because those are big jumps when you're only using 21 digits. So let's say Riley's a -1, good quarterback, -1. You would just take 1 off the second digit, right? So 66 would become a 56. That's a defensive penalty as opposed to a sack if he was a -1. So you can rate players. I would just stick within like 0, -1, -2, +1, +2. So you could have running backs with a +2. You could have running backs with a -2. So you could easily give offense ratings, right? The problem is, you want to be careful not to constantly, because again, you're only working with 21 numbers here, right? But for those who want offense, it could be added to the game. There's no doubt. I like the fact that offense is dictated by how we run or pass and who's getting the ball. I'm comfortable with the ratings being with offense being the charts, not the players, if that makes sense. Okay. We find out who the stars are by rolling dice, right? Okay, so 98 is going to be a fullback carry, so Michael Lesh is going to get another carry here for 34. 34 is off tackle with a breakaway chance. He's going to run for 4. The defense is 35, but it's not. They have a 0. It's got to be right on. So he's going to run for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He stiff arms the defender with a chance to take this to the house. 26. He's going to stiff arm the defender, pick up another 5 yards. It is 2nd and 1. That's beautiful. 2nd and 1. Holy cow. All right. Here we go. So right now, whoops. Yeah, Calgary. This is Calgary. So Michael Lesh, man, fullback, getting a good carry. Okay, it's going to be 73. It's going to be a carry by the top back, Marcus Fields. He's running the ball with a 14. 14 is a dive for loss of 1. Defense is 13. They don't have a rating, so they have to be right on. If they had been right on, it still would have been blank. If they were a +1, it would have been -1 or -2, right? If they had been 2, it would have been blank. So a +1 defense, or a 1 defense here, could have been a +1. Either side of that would have been nice. Matter of fact, 13, it would have been a -1 to an already -1 run. So -1 run, however, it's a breakaway chance. So Marcus Fields hits the hole, bounces outside, and skips for 5 more. So he gets 1, bounces outside, picks up 5 more down to the 37. As Marcus Fields proves to be a bull, as he's had a big run today too. All right, Calgary, here we go. 23, it's going to be a pass. So Patterson, who's thrown 2 touchdowns today, drops back to pass. He's looking for his split end, Jones. And it's going to be 24. 24 is going to be a medium pass for 12 yards. Defense is 34. That's not good enough. So it's a 12-yard strike. 10, 11, 12. First down. Dang. Nice. The defense is within range there, but that was a 34, so they weren't within the normal range. First down, Patterson finds his top receiver on a 12-yard strike. 58 is going to be a handoff to Marcus Fields for 12. 12 is going to be a slant run for 3 yards. Defense doesn't affect play. 1, 2, 3, second down. Marcus Fields gets an average run, 3-yard slant. Here we go. It's going to be a pass. Patterson drops back. He's looking for Marcus Fields out of the backfield, the running back. So this would be a single back set. And he's looking for his back. 13. It's a short pass, a 6. So he calls a Texas route. Back rolls out behind the linebackers on a Texas route. And it's going to be 13. Defense is spot on, incomplete. So the linebacker breaks up the Texas route. Third down. There's exactly the same number. So pass, their pass is within 1, so it would have been it could have been a 12 or a 14, but it's a 13, incomplete. And that's brilliant. So pass out of the backfield for 6 is batted down by the middle linebacker. It is 3rd down. Great play by the San Diego defense. That would be for interceptions. That would be outside linebacker Greg batted that ball away, right? He didn't make the pick, but he bats the ball away. 88. Calgary is going to run the ball. This is the halfback, Carl Duncan. He's a rookie. Duncan's in the game. 12. It's going to be a run for 3. Defense nowhere to be found. 1, 2, 3. It's 4th down from the 19. They're now in the red zone. This defense's red zone is 0. We're going to kick the field goal. Anyway, we have a -2 kicker. Place kicker, Toby Sorensen. And Toby Sorensen on the kick is 14. -2 is 12. Oh, he missed it. Sorensen misses, and 36-yard field goal. Sorensen misses field goal of 36 yards, and they get the ball where you miss it, right there at the 19. So you might as well kick field goals even close, because it's good field position for your defense. So Calgary, down by 1, drives down the field. A very nice run, mixing in runs and passes. Gets down to the 19, settles for a field goal. Sorensen wide right. The final drive of the first half, San Diego looking good. San Diego up 14-13 first half. I'm playing possessions as I always do. Doug Tomlin, the rookie fullback, gets the carry. 15, he's going to rumble for nothing. No defense, second down. Well, that is defense. Tomlin gets hammered at the line of scrimmage. The fans don't like it. They want to see a more aggressive play from San Diego. Nope, they're going to pass the ball. Here they're going to get it. It's going to be a pass out to the halfback out of the backfield, Ben Raymond. 46 is going to be a shotgun, so it's going to be a pass. He checks it down to Raymond for 17 yards. And the defense, no effect. So he dumps it down to Raymond, who picks up 17 with a chance to gain more. It's yellow, which means he catches and runs. So it's a dump out of the back, to the backfield, down the sideline, a wheel route, if you would. 10 up to the 36, and we check to see if he takes it to the house as he catches a wheel route down the sideline. 46, an extra 6 yards up to the 42. What a play! And that's the kid out of the backfield, the rookie halfback Ben Raymond, with a big catch there of 24 yards. And the fans like that here in San Diego on a beautiful Sunday afternoon in San Diego, California. 63 is going to be a run. This is a handoff to Nate Sensor. He's at peak in his career. 16 is going to be a dive for 1 yard. Defense no effect, but he gets 1. Second down. Second down. They're up by 1, folks. 23. He drops back to pass. He's looking for Glenn Woods, his veteran split in. And it's 45. 45 is going to be a play action pass for 16. The defense, no effect. First down to Woods for 16. 10 down to the 41. First down. The crowd on their feet here in San Diego. Riley has thrown a red zone interception, but outside of that, he's done pretty good with 2 touchdown passes. He's dropping back to pass again, out to Nate Sensor out of the backfield. 26. It's going to be a pass for 15 to Nate Sensor. Defense right on the spot. -2, so they get to picked off. Oh my God, so -2. 10 yards. Interception 5 to 10. Oh, we have to roll. So 5 to 10, it's picked off. Yep, picked off. Is that 5 to 10? Yeah, intercept. Oh, 9 yards back. Picked off 9 yards back. I think that's what that means. Yeah, it's got to mean, because it's a range, 5 to 10. So 5 to 10, it would not be picked off. Oh, so on 5 to 10, it's intercepted. If not, it was incomplete. I didn't see the beginning of that. So incomplete, 5 to 10, it's picked off. So it's going to be picked off, this time by Booth. And San Diego's Riley throws his second pick, intercepted by Booth. And that's going to end the first half, as we do not have range here, right? So picked off. And it shows a range. So it says incomplete, intercepted on 5 through 10. Right? So intercepted at the line of scrimmage, would be returned back right there. And that's it, though. The half ends. So unfortunately, Calgary does not have enough time left to make up for that. So let's see here. We got an interception by Riley. Patterson throws a touchdown, misses the PAT. That's Calgary, so they get 6 there. Riley throws a touchdown to King, gets the PAT. That's 14 to 13. Sorensen misses a field goal for Calgary. Riley throws his second interception of the half, and it is 14 to 13 at halftime. Riley with 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Patterson with 2 touchdown passes. No interception. So right now the veteran, they're both veterans, but right now Greg Patterson is getting the job done on the road. They just missed that PAT. That's killer. Calgary's going to get the kickoff, so let's keep playing here. Green is the kick. White is the kick return. 21, that's going to be, 21, excuse me, 12, that's going to be on the kickoff. Wow. And again, our kickoff man is +2 for San Diego. So 12 becomes 14 on the kickoff. 14 on the kickoff is 62, so it's fielded at the 3, and Corey Burns can take it back to the house on a kick. He has a star. 11 on the return is only 10 yards, though. So he returns it out to the 13. Folks, that is why you want to make them field the play, because they end up holding him 17 yards from the touchback line. And the fans here in San Diego roar as Calgary comes out after halftime, gets a return only out to the 13. All right, what can Terry Whiston and his Calgary Paints do? 59 is going to be a handoff to Marcus Fields. 25, that's going to be a dive with a breakaway chance. So he gets 2, has a chance to add to this. Does Marcus Fields? 23, Marcus Fields going to rumble for 2 more. 1-2, so he breaks a tackle, squirms free, picks up 2 more. Hard-hitting Marcus Fields. I can start to imagine the body styles of these guys as I roll the dice. It's going to be 63. It's going to be another handoff, Marcus Fields, for 12. It's going to be a slant for 13. Defense, 14, but they don't have a good enough defense. So 3 yards. 1, 2, 3. Third down. It's 3rd and 1, 2, 3, 4. 3rd and 4. I'll let the dice decide the play. It's going to be 33. That's a pass. So it's play action. Drops back looking for Merle Hutchinson, his tight end, who caught a touchdown in the first quarter. It's going to be 46, though. 46 is going to be pass for 17. Defense, nowhere to be found. It's a 17-yard strike with a breakaway chance. 10, 17, and Merle Hutchinson, the tight end, big tight end, rumbles for 56. No more extra yardage, but first down. The crowd here getting nervous in San Diego as Greg Patterson's proving to be a very good quarterback. They snap the ball. It's going to be 72. It's a handoff to Marcus Fields. Good call. 23. 23 is going to be off-tackle breakaway, so he gets a yard. Defense also on the spot, 23, which is their 0, so that means the defense comes into play. Blank. So off-tackle with yards after run. So I don't think I'm going to do yak on that. The defense rolled exactly, so I'm not going to give them rack yardage. I don't know if that's in the rules, but I think it would be unfair. The defense actually shows up perfectly. It's blank, but I wouldn't give rack yardage. That means the defense made the play, right? Got to have that. If not, we may get too many rack yardage. So hammered by Wilson, the nose tackle. Hammers in dead right there. 2nd down and 9. It's going to be 13. 13 here is a drop back pass looking for Winston Jones. His split in. 66 is not good. Sack for a loss of 3. And the defense, 56, is within 1 yardage of minus. No, we're looking backward. 56, we're looking backward. Blank. So sack. So they didn't get to add negative yardage. That would have been epic. So, but line of scrimmage moves back 3. 1, 2, 3. 3rd down, and we got a sack by Greg. So Greg for the Californians finally gets a sack. The crowd on their feet. 3rd down. This is going to be a pass. Just ignore the roll. It's going to be a pass. 66, sack again. Defense not within range, so we ignore the defense, but another loss of 3. 1, 2, 3. So they came back-to-back blitzes. First sack was, Roberts, then Coleman. So both ends get sacks. We start with the first guy. 2nd sack of the game goes to Coleman. Bang, bang, 4th down, and they're going to have to punt. The crowd here on their feet in San Diego, the Californians loving it. And we're going to punt the ball. And our punter is a 0 effect. So 23. 23 is 43 yards. 10, 20, 30, 40, 1, 2, 3. And the return is 16. 7-yard return. Beautiful. Up to the 32. And the crowd here on their feet, full throat for their San Diego team. This is the NAPF Kickoff Spectacular. Game 1 of a season. 23 total games in the season, as it is a 7-game schedule for each team. 21 total games. The top 4 teams go to the playoffs in this debut season. Here we go. We're playing Midfield Football by Clark and Addison Game Company, if you're just tuning in. All right. Snaps the ball. 28 is going to be a pass. Looking for Glenn Woods to split in. 44. It's going to be sack for a loss of 6. Defense is within 1. 45. Add another minus nothing. Okay. Wait, no. So sack was 44 on a pass, and the defense is 45 on pass, minus 4 more. So sack for a loss of 10. Huge. James gets a huge sack. The crowd on their feet. They're stunned as Calgary comes whipping in there, throws their quarterback, Jacob Riley, onto his back. 2nd and 20. I'm going to roll the dice on the second play. 32 is going to be a drop back pass, looking for their tight end, Rick Vance. He's at his peak in his career. 14 is going to be a nice pass for 7 yards. Defense, no effect. So he's going to get 7 of it back. Up to the 29. It's 3rd and 13. We're going to ignore the roll, and we're going to call a pass play. They're going to pass the ball here at San Diego. Crowd on their feet. Quiet for the snap. 12 is a screen with a rack of 5. So he's going to throw a screen pass to the wide receiver. So we're going to say that's Paul King with a 5-yard catch. Defense, no effect. He catch and run. So he has a chance to break this for a first down, folks. 22, he's going to 40 yards. So he ends up going 45 yards. 10, 20, 30, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to the 26. The crowd roars as Paul King catches a bubble screen and gets blocks and goes 40 yards more. 45-yard catch and run by Paul King. King caught a touchdown in the first half. Unbelievable. Good job, Paul King. San Diego on the move, up by 1. The crowd here on their feet, they quiet just before the snap. It's going to be 33. It's going to be another pass to Rick Vance, the tight end. 15. 15 for Rick Vance is a catch of 8 with a breakaway chance. He's going to get it. So Rick Vance gets an 8-yard catch. And he breaks it away for 46. That's going to be 6 more. So 14 yards. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 down to the 12. 1st and goal, or 1st and 10 at the 12. The crowd roars. Now we look at their red zone. It's a 0. Calgary paints 0. 35 is going to be another pass. He's looking for Vance again. He wants to get Vance on the record books in the kickoff spectacular. 12, and it's going to be a catch. It's going to be a catch of 5 with a breakaway chance. So it's a quick screen pass to the tight end for 5. All he needs is an extra 7 to score here, folks. 23 is 2 more, so 7-yard catch down to the 5. 2nd and 3 from the 5. Can get the first down. It's going to be a run. That's what I would have called. 72 is going to be a run to Nate Sincer, their top back. He is in his peak. Nate Sincer with a carry of 26. 26 is going to be a run for 3 yards. 45 doesn't affect play, so 3-yard run and a first down at the 2. The crowd roars as Nate Sincer gets the first down. Wow, the crowd on their feet. San Diego snaps the ball. It's going to be a run to Nate Sincer. Back-to-back carries for Nate. 56, not going to be good for him. Offensive penalty. Defense has no effect. Offensive penalty is 55. 55 is Linus. Ooh, holding. Damn, out to the 12. First down over. 1st and goal from the 12 thanks to a holding penalty. The crowd boos the refs. Doesn't like the call. It's going to be a run to the fullback. The rookie, Doug Tomlin, gets the carry. 36. 36 is a run for 8 yards. The defense, no effect. Beautiful carry for Doug Tomlin on a draw. 2nd and goal for the 4. That's a beautiful call. Giving it to the big man up the gut. 49. This is going to be a pass to King. King's already caught 1 touchdown. He is the slot receiver, so it makes sense on a 3 wide receiver set. He would come into the game on 3rd or 2nd down here. They're going into a slot formation. So King is getting the catch for 33. That's going to be incomplete. Defense has no effect. Incomplete. 3rd and goal from the 4. 3rd and goal from the 4. San Diego. 85. They're going to hand it off to Ben Raymond in a 2-pack set. Ben Raymond behind Doug Tomlin. 36. This might be good enough, folks. 8 yards. Defense is 26. No effect. Touchdown. 4-yard run for Ben Raymond. The crowd roars as Ben Raymond skips into the end zone. And the extra point, +2, will be 46. 46 is good. PAT good for Ben Raymond. The kickoff is a +2 as well. Kickoff will be 26 on the kickoff. Is touchback. So again, that actually is good for the offense. Now Corey Burns can return them for touchdowns, so they might want those chances, but they'll take it out to the 30. All right, Calgary now down by 8, and we do have 2-point conversions in this league, so they could get that 2 points back. Down by 8. Raymond with a 40-yard run. San Diego getting the job done. Calgary goes to work. It's going to be a handoff to Carl Duncan, the halfback, rookie halfback. 35. Carl Duncan's going to rumble for 6 yards. Defense, no effect. Close. If the defense had any rating at all, was it 35? Double check. 6 yards, I thought so. Up to the 36. Second down and 4. Second down and 4. Carl Duncan with a carry. It's going to be 84. That's going to be Carl Duncan again. So Carl Duncan, the halfback for the Calgary Paints, gets the carry. 26. Going to be a good number. 3 yards. Defense, 35. So no effect. 3 yards. 1, 2, 3. Third and 1. We're going to run the ball. I'm not going to roll the dice. We're going to run the ball. We're going to run with the fullback. Well, we're going to roll whatever the thing says. 36 is a quarterback. Oh my God, quarterback keeper. So this might have been a quarterback draw play. 8 yards. Defense, no effect. Quarterback rips through for 8. Holy cow, up to the 47. Beautiful carry. The quarterback, Greg Patterson, who's thrown 2 touchdowns today, gets an 8-yard 3rd and 1 carry. That's brilliant. The crowd, a little upset with that. We got a drop back pass looking for the flanker. 14 is going to be a slant for 7. Defense, no effect. 7-yard strike. Let's see here. That's going to be 10. 1, 2, 3. It's going to be to the 46. Second down and 3. Second and 3. Calgary driving. Good job, Calgary. 89 is going to be a handoff to the fullback, Lesh. 13. Big run. It's going to be a draw for -2. No defense effect. Loss of 2 for the fullback. 1, 2. Handoff up the gut. 3rd down. We're going to have to pass here, so I won't roll. We're going to pass the ball. And the pass is 22. Good call. Interception. Shit. It's my fault. Good call. Defense, no effect. Picked off right there. Oh my God. And who intercepts that? Patterson picked off for the first time today. Patterson intercepted by the first guy. It's the first interception today, Greg. The outside linebacker. And again, at the line of scrimmage right there. San Diego fans bolt to their feet and roar as they see him come up with that pick. Returns it back to the line of scrimmage. And that's a killer as San Diego's holding on to an 8-point lead in the final drive of the 3rd quarter. In midfield football by Clark and Addison, they snap the ball. It's going to be a pass. Man, King having a great game. Now, King, by the way, this team runs a 3 wide receiver set a lot. You can tell because their 3rd receiver has a pretty high catch rate. So that would tell you that he's not like a substitute. He's probably in on a lot of passing downs. Paul King, the rookie, makes the catch. 34, if there is a catch. Nope, it's going to be incomplete. 2nd down. Beautiful. It's such an elegant game. It's just beautiful. I mean, it took me a handful of rolls to get it. And then I immediately said, I'm going to be building teams. Okay. 56. Again, that's a sign of great game design. When after just a handful of dice rolls, you know the game is great. 56. It's going to be a handoff to Nate Sensor for 23. He's going to get the carry with a breakaway chance. He gets 1 yard. However, the defense almost within range would have been a negative. It would have been a blank, actually. That's too bad. Oh, no, if they had a defense, it would have been a fumble. But it's going to be a 1 yard run with a breakaway chance for Nate Sensor, who's had a good day today. 14, he's going to add 2 yards. 1, 2, 3rd down. Nate Sensor breaking a tackle at the line of scrimmage, picking up an extra 2 yards. 3rd down. It's going to be a run. So they're being conservative. That's good. Nate Sensor with the carry. 26. Nate Sensor's going to get a 3-yard carry. Defense 23, no effect. 3 yards. 1, 2, 3. They're going to have to punt. And they're going to, that's okay. They're up by 8. You don't want to do anything stupid. Here we go. And our punt. 24 on the punt. 24. Remember, our punter has no grade, so we don't modify for the Californians. 46 yards. Ball goes into the end zone. It's going to be at the 25. Remember, my touchback on punts is the 25. And there it is, folks. So that thing bounces at the goal line, and it is a touchback. That ends the quarter. Raymond with a 7-yard run for San Diego makes it 21-13 as Patterson throws an interception in that quarter. Final quarter, fourth quarter underway, 21-13. Again, there are 5 possessions. Calgary gets the ball 3 times, so they do have a chance to come back here in the fourth. So Calgary, this is their first possession of 3 in the fourth quarter. Calgary's going to hand it off, 82. It's going to be a run to Carl Duncan. 45, Carl Duncan gets the handoff, picks up 10 yards. Beautiful. They need to get Carl Duncan the ball more. First down. It's going to be a pass, drops back. He's looking for Carl Duncan out of the backfield. 33, brilliant. It's going to be incomplete. Defense, no effect. Second down, so he looks for Carl, incomplete. It's going to be a pass, 23, looking for Jones to split in for 44. 44 is going to be a sack for a loss of 6. Damn, third down and long, and that sack comes up. Coleman, wait, we had Roberts, Coleman, that's Greg, the outside backer, gets their third sack. Remember, they had back-to-back sacks. Roberts, Coleman, and now Greg gets a sack. Third and long, we're going to ignore the pass run roll, and it's going to be a pass play. Calgary needs to get down the field quickly here. 55, not good on the pass play, incomplete. Defense 33, no effect. Fourth down, they're going to have to punt. They're not out of this, folks, but they're running out of time. Calgary, that sack was huge. Oh, 46. Our punter is no modifier, so 46 is a straight-up punt of 55. Beautiful punt. 10, 20, 30, 40, 55 to the 16, baby. And 56 is the return. Fair catch. And the crowd here roars as San Diego with an 8-point lead in the fourth in the first game ever of the NAPF. He's got the lead at home. The San Diego Californians sitting pretty. What will they do? We're going to run the ball, so I'm going to add 5 to their run rate. So 57 is already a run. I don't need to add. I'll stick with 57. I don't need to add. But if it would have been a 40, if that had been a 39, I would have added 10. It would have been 49. Or 5, I mean. So anyway, it's a carry for Nate Sensor. And Nate Sensor's going to rumble for 45. 45 is a slant run for 10. Defense 46, not good enough. Their defense is a 0. 10-yard run for Nate Sensor. First down. The crowd roars. Again, we're going to add 5 to their run rate because they're trying to eat clock. 62 is a run. It's Nate Sensor getting this. And remember, the running back is your chief back. A halfback is your usually in a 2-back set, or your scat back. And so Nate Sensor would be getting these carries. 22. Fumble. Sensor fumbles the ball away. Right there. Fumble. Sensor. And fumble recovery, I don't have a guy because the fumbles are literally random. So you can make a random roll or something. But fumble recovery at the point. Oh, that's all Calgary needed. The crowd gasps as Nate Sensor has coughed it up on his back-to-back carries, trying to eat clock. And now Calgary, with their second possession of the fourth quarter, down by 8. 2-point conversions are in the game. Holy cow, what are we going to do? Can Calgary score? 87, they're going to hand it off to Carl Duncan. He's going to rumble for 35. 35 is 6 yards. Defense no effect. Down to the 20. Second down and 4. Carl Duncan in the second half's had some good plays. It's going to be 42. It's a drop back pass. He's looking for James Wright, his flanker. Wright's caught a touchdown today. Incomplete. Defense, no effect. Third down. We're going to pass the ball. Use just what the charts tell me. 26 on the pass. It's going to be Tripp's third receiver. That's going to be Paul King. Excuse me, we're over here. Sorry. That's going to be Corey Burns. 15-yard catch. Defense not within range, 15 yards and a first down to the 5. First and goal, the crowd roars. And again, we're using red zone down here, but there's 0. All right, Calgary trying to score. They could tie this game in the 4th. It's going to be a pass. Oh my gosh, I rolled a 1, so it's Marcus Fields out of the backfield. 16 could be a touchdown catch. Empty. So it's not empty. We're looking at Marcus Fields is going to make the catch for 9 and a touchdown, folks. Defense 36. Nope. Touchdown. Patterson makes up for the interception in the 3rd with a 5-yard pass to their halfback, Marcus Fields. And the extra point, we're going to go for 2. Down by 1. We got to go for 2. This would tie the game. And this is what I love. In my 2-point conversion, you start at the 2, and we just make the 4th and short roll. That's it. So I just roll to see what happens. They go for it. 15. 15 is 3. 2 points, baby. And we're going to give that to, I'll roll for whether it's a pass or run. Just for the hell of it. 82 is a run, so that's going to be Carl Duncan punches it in. Duncan, 2 points. Holy cow, folks, we have a tie game. The crowd stunned silent. San Diego's final drive of the game starts now. We are in a tie game in the 4th. Are you kidding me? Brilliant. Their place kicker kicks off at a -2, so this could be returned for the Californians, and it probably will be 20. That would be 16. 16 is indeed 60. They got the ball at the 5, folks. 25 on the return is 24 yards out to the 29, so they're still not at the touchback line. And that's why you want a negative place kicker. You don't want a negative for missing kicks, but you want him for those kickoffs. The crowd here stunned as they have allowed Calgary to come back after a fumble by Censor. Patterson drives him down, throws a 5-yard pass to Fields out of the backfield. And folks, we got a ball game. Holy cow. 8. 24. Wait a minute. No. They were only down by, they needed 8 to tie it, correct? Yes. 4, yep, so it's 21-21. Sorry. I'm going to do the math here, make sure I know what I'm talking about. Snap the ball. It's going to be a run to the fullback, Doug Tomlin. Let's hope he doesn't fumble. Doug Tomlin, 12, is going to have a decent run of 3 yards. Defense, though, 16, no effect, 3 yards. 2nd down and 7. Good run for the fullback. The crowd now wants to see San Diego establish the line of scrimmage and make this a long run drive. It's going to be a drop back pass. He dumps it off to Ben Raymond out of the backfield. 16. It's going to be a catch for 9 yards. Defense, no effect. 9-yard strike to Raymond and a 1st down at the 41. The crowd roars as Raymond swings out of the backfield, takes an easy dump down. Beautiful. It's going to be 67. That's going to be a run for Nate Censor. He fumbled. I don't know if I'd have him in the ball game now after that fumble, but here he is. He gets a 2-yard run. Defense, no effect. 2nd and 8. So the coach shows Nate Censor that he has faith in him, gives him the ball after a 4th quarter fumble. It's going to be 38. It's a drop back pass looking for Rick Vance at his peak. He's a tight end, 26. It's going to be trips, 15. So out of the trips formation, Rick Vance catches a 15-yard pass. The defense, 23, not within range. 10, 5 to the 42. The crowd roars as Rick Vance makes a 1st down catch. 41. It's going to be Justin Stevenson. This is the flanker for the San Diego Californians. It's going to be 36. That's going to be incomplete. Defense, no effect. 2nd down as Justin Stevenson blanketed by coverage there. It's going to be 56. It's going to be a run for Nate Censor. Will he fumble? 14. He won't fumble. Come on, man. Dive a -1, though. Defense, no effect, but he could break away. So right now he runs for a loss of 1, but he could break away. Nate Censor stiff arms a tackler, 12, and gets an extra yard back. It is 3rd down and 10, and we are going to pass. Don't need this. We're just going to put the ball in the air on 3rd down. 36 is incomplete. Defense, no effect. 4th, and the crowd stunned as San Diego's going to have to punt. And folks, remember, I don't have overtime in my regular season. Only in the playoffs do I have overtime. So this game might end in a tie. Punt. Their punter is a 0, so 14. 14 is 36 yards. 10, 20, 36. Filled it at the 6, and the return is 22. 60 yards. TD chance. He can. Folks, he can score a touchdown on a, oh my God, on a 10? No, but he goes 60 yards. The crowd here stunned as Corey Burns with a asterisk could return that for a touchdown. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. He flips the field. Folks, the Calgary Paints on the road in the Kickoff Spectacular have a chance to win this game on the final drive as San Diego punts to the 6. And Corey Burns backpedaling, catches it, dodges right, dodges left, and takes off up the middle and is gone. Almost a touchdown return for Corey Burns. Can Greg Patterson get the win after being down by 8 in the second half? 73. He's going to go smart. He hands it off to Marcus Fields, his veteran back. 46. He's going to rumble for 11 yards. Defense, no effect. 11-yard run for Marcus Fields, who just caught a touchdown. First down. The crowd completely stunned, trying to get loud. They want to get a stop, force at least a tie. 29, so we had drop back pass looking for Merle Hutchinson, who started this game with a touchdown in the first half. That's his tight end. Tight end's going to make a catch of 14. It's a short pass for 7. No defense. It's down to the 17. It is second down and 3. The crowd here roars. They can get a field goal to win this game. 38 is going to be a pass to James Wright, who's caught a touchdown for Patterson today. 15 is a catch and run for 8, so he's going to get 8. Could score here, folks. 12 is 8 plus 1, 9-yard catch. Down to the 8. First and goal at the 8. The crowd here in San Diego roaring. Unfortunately, they're also a bit stunned. They can't believe what they're seeing. I'm gonna let them call whatever they want to call. Run or pass. It's going to be a run. It's going to be a run to Carl Duncan, who's had a good second half. 13. He's going to rumble for a loss of 2. The defense in the red zone is not within 1. So it's going to be a loss of 2. Carl Duncan gets hammered on a draw play. Second down. Second and goal. The crowd roaring here, trying to be loud. 46. It's going to be a pass to Winston Jones. A fade route in the back of the end zone. 46 is going to be a touchdown, maybe. 17. Catch and run. So they catches it at 17. We're at the 10. That's a touchdown. Unbelievable. Patterson throws the game-winning TD pass of 10 plus 7. So 7 yards deep is in the end zone. It would be a catch and run, but we don't have to do it. It's a 10-yard pass for the game winner. And that was to 17. That was to Jones, his star. His split end. And the extra point we do not have to kick, as that would just wrap up the game. No need to kick an extra point when it's decided. Calgary scores 14 points in the 4th. San Diego shut out. They had a fumble and they had a punt. They're shut out in the 4th. 27 to 21. Comeback by Calgary. They were down by 8 entering the 4th quarter after a Patterson interception in the 3rd. Patterson, though, steps up and throws 2 touchdowns, including a 2-point pass conversion. Unbelievable. San Diego at home. This was a brilliant kickoff, folks. Calgary will be 1-0 in the league. San Diego's fans are licking their wounds. They're shut out in the 4th. They were up by 8 going into the 3rd, and Calgary scores 14 unanswered. And that is the NAPF Kickoff Spectacular using Midfield football by Clark and Addison. Brilliant, brilliant game, and it is complimentary. You can click the link below to grab it or any of the other Clark and Addison amazing games. If you're interested in my season set, you can find the link to my Google Drive as well, and you can also get the Google link from Clark and Addison's Facebook page if you're interested in how I set up my teams. Bye-bye.